So last night, sitting at the bar, the girls are doing their makeover, doing the makeover, and this chick walks in. She goes, I've had such a bad night, crying, I've been crying. So
another reason I don't like working at the bar.
I can tell.
That's a yield sign.
I can tell she wants somebody to ask her what's wrong. Well, I don't. She asked for a Bloody Mary. I get Kelly to make her a Bloody Mary. I'll walk around, and I went, sorry you had a bad night. We're going to try to make it better.
Make it better.
Oh, good. Well, now the drunkenness comes out.
Oh, yeah.
I need a job. Are y'all hiring?
No.
Sorry, not at the present time or ever. For you. I was thinking that part to myself.
Right.
I said, but you can fill out an application. Well, I thought this place would be nicer. I'm friends with Brian.
Appreciate that sarcasm coming from her.
All right. So, stays a little while, finishes a drink. I'm cleaning up. I'm putting away the DJ stuff and cleaning up around the poker table. And I hear Caitlin go, Chris, she wants your number. And I turn around and I hear her go, don't worry about it, I got Brian's number.
Okay.
So I go on to the back with my dishes. I clean the dishes. I come back and Caitlin goes, she really wants it. I went, okay. So I head over there. And by the time I get there, she went, don't worry about it. I'll just talk to Brian.
How'd she do it?
Like this. Don't worry about it. I'll just talk to Brian.
All right, go ahead.
And I went, I guess you need to. So I walk off. I get back. I get home about 12:30, 12:40. Brian's in Nashville. Man, I just got this. And I went, you know what I said.
Right.
If you can read body language, you know what I said. And she went in and said she had a horrible experience. Nobody waited on her. She was trying to get a job. God, why are people like that?
Self-pity, man. Self-pity.
I wasn't getting into it. I wasn't asking her what's wrong.
No, self-pity.
So,
and the deal is you didn't meet her needs. So she knew somebody that owned the bar. Unfortunately, she didn't know you were one of them. Since
but she made sure to go. Can I get a number of somebody higher than him? And Caitlin went, I don't know. That's about as high as you go. So
it's just self-pity, and another reason why I'm not even going to say it.
Oh well,
not saying it.
So
opportunity
came up.
This
starts in the kitchen.
No, he starts right here. He starts like, you don't understand. He had a spasm.
I did have a spasm.
And that's true. And I was like, all right. And this he passes me right there.
After he's winding my
like this. Russ, I'm going to go get out of here. I was like, all right, cool. Bro. Comes right around, jumps into their conversation. And Gary Wayne.
in the conversation.
Do
it again. Do it I have my fingers out.
His arm like this.
And then he went home and took a nap, right?
No, then he goes to Showtime and sends me the picture with Caitlin and Kelly all holding dollars. And I went, oh, good, my little hookers. And I hope your back feels better.
Kelly, there was 1 hour.
Kelly, 1 hour.
And they broke.
Showtime without me. Bad news.
Says the fuzzy Ed Grimley.
How I Met Chris and Russ.
Chris and Russ.
Chris and Russ.
Who are Chris and Russ? No, I was kidding.
That's a long story. I used to see them all over town. Everybody say, ooh, here come those Red Sea TV guys. And I know everybody knows me, thinks, ooh, I probably threw myself at them thinking, ooh, I'm going to get on TV. No, I didn't. I met them actually through mutual friends, and I met old Chris Cox out at Lake Waco. It was quite the scene. Anyway, it's been crazy.
I hooked up with Chris and Russ, wow, 2.5 years ago almost, and came in an eager kid looking to, build on some new ideas and just, have some fun. And these guys knew how to have fun.
I don't know that I could tell you exactly where. Probably just around. I mean, they're promotion machines, so they were, especially when they were first kind of getting on the map here in town, they were everywhere. The van was everywhere, and they were everywhere promoting. And that impressed me. I like anybody promotions driven.
I actually know exactly how I met him. I posted a picture one day of a camera crane, and Russell sent me a message or something like, is this my gear or something like that? I told him, I said, no, it's not my crane. That was from a shoot I was working on. And I said, hey, I like to write. I would love to meet with you guys. And I was like, I really wanted to write for the series. I knew they were fixing to shoot the series of Cowboy and Lucky. I said, I'd really like to do some writing. You know, I had no idea how it worked, who they were using or anything like that. And so I said, I'd love to write for you. And so Russell said, cool, send me something.
You know, I was working a security gig at a club, and they were in the club, picking up tail like they always do. Russ walks up to me, and here's this guy with a goatee, with long hair, kind of looks like he's cooking meth out in the backyard, out in Bosqueville or something. And he's like, hey man, we're making a movie. I'm just trying to figure out if you'd like to be in this movie. First thing that comes to mind is, okay, you're making a porno and you want somebody in your movie that's Portuguese. That's all I'm thinking, And so I'm like, yeah, sure, man. Give me your number and I'm going to call you. Sure enough, they called me. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to go check this out. I went and checked it out. And that was my starting role in, I guess, the whole movie industry.
I met Chris and Russ 7 years ago when they had first came back from Phoenix and they needed some headshots done, and I was just learning photography and learning how to work cameras, and we just hit it off, and I've been there ever since. Been here 7 years.
Well, I met Chris about 29 years ago when I was born. He's actually my first cousin. My father and his mom are brother and sister. And with Russell, Chris and Russ have been friends long before I ever really started hanging out or being around them. And back whenever they were in Phoenix working together, I went out there for some training to do with my job at the time, and I got to meet Russell. And my first visual of Russell was pretty much exactly like he looks now, with a lot shorter and spikier hair. So that's how I met them.
First time I worked with them per se was at Austin's on the Avenue. We did they did some recording of a show we did, and we're cool guys to work with. Got to be friends and did some. I was in a couple of the movies and stuff. Had fun with that. Good guys, fun to work with. They know their stuff. I was impressed by their knowledge of the filmmaking and all the ins and outs of that. And I'm entertainment guy, so just kind of went hand in hand.
I was talking to Russell. We were driving along, and we were talking about the passion for filmmaking stuff, and he asked me a question. We were right there on the loop, and he says, are you here to live your dream, or are you here to live mine? And I said, I'm out to live my dream. You're just along for the ride. And the point of that story is I'm just as passionate about filmmaking as anyone, and without Red Sea, I'd be pursuing this. Thankfully, there is Red Sea, and I'm not alone, and there is Chris, and there is Russ, and there is Mike, and Robert, and Jason, and Gary, and who else.
All these past few years on projects and stuff, I would never call it work. It's more like fun, play, hanging out with your brothers and your buds. They are so much fun. It's a belly laugh all the time. I never quit laughing, even when we were filming the morning show. Hello, we just ad-libbed all that stuff, and I mean, I would be crying sometimes. My stomach would be hurting.
They're the yin and the yang. They really are. Chris is an organizer. He's a planner. He'll spend all day working out lists, working out time frames, doing all the work behind the scenes, all that good stuff. That's what Chris is really good at. And Russell, he's a creative side, and kind of the person that'll just go out and meet a stranger and ask, hey, can we shoot here? Or hey, can we blow this car up that you're not using? So they worked real good together.
You know, it's had its ups, it's had its downs. You know, it's had its, where in the hell am I in this situation? You know, so it's been good. I mean, yeah, I can't be the star in everything. I don't like fucking being killed by Chris every damn time because he can't fight. He fights like a sissy. You know, just because you watch MMA don't make you a damn MMA fighter. But that's neither here nor there. I'm gonna leave it alone. But other than that, no, it's good. It's good. You know, I'm kind of curious to see where the next path is going to lead me, you know.
Working with Chris and Russ, oh my goodness. That's like night and day, because Russ is so, oh my gosh, he is so positive about everything. He keeps everything going. I guess I'm the goofball of the bunch, and I keep everybody entertained. Because I've always told if they didn't like you, they wouldn't keep you around. So I've been stuck around here 7 years. So Chris is like, Chris is the one that gets everything done. I don't know. I look up to Chris a lot because I always see him working. Every time I ask Chris, I say, how are you doing? What are you doing today? Work, work, work. And he's usually work, work, work. So that's every time I see him. We all work, work, work.
It has been one of the best experiences of my life. I have grown so much when it comes to videography, just character development, you know, because before, all I wanted was just to be this funny guy, just to be a comedian, tell a joke, but...
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot first. How are you doing it? 1, 2, go, or 1, 2, 3, go? That is so wrong.
Do you want to do 2 go?
However you want to do it. Ready?
It's my game. 1, 2, 3, go. 1, 2, 3, go. Bang! Shoot first.
Both balls or
No,
one
at
at a time?
I want to share something with you. I want to share how much I love my white friends. Do you mind? I love my white friends. I do. Chris, Russ, I love you guys, okay? I mean, because they do stuff like put you in movies, on stage. They call you local opener.
I'm also pretty excited having had this experience with these guys. Red Sea TV, the whole brand, because, it encouraged me to do bigger things, to do great things. For example, I wrote my first movie, but it's called Bust a Move, and I look forward to getting that on the big screen, getting some action shots behind that. It's a comedy naturally, so I went back to my roots. So, but I would have never done it, would have never have thought to do it without the encouragement of those two guys. So. Once again, Chris and Russ, we appreciate you, and y'all look out for that movie coming soon to a theater near all of you. Bust a Move.
Being here at Red Sea has given me a good opportunity to do the things that I want to do. So, sometimes you get shot down on your ideas, but Russ has always said to me, you never quit trying, and you don't. You got to keep trying. We've made plenty of movies, we've done a lot of cool stuff, but what it all matters is that, we're a small family, and we pull together and we work together. We've tied in the bar with our stuff that we're running. I help take care of it, the guys help take care of me, and we all look to each other as family. So that's the biggest key, is having the right people in the right places and knowing that you're making a difference in the world. So.
And since I've been involved with these guys, I've done a couple of my own little project stuff. I got something I'm working on now. I think it's gonna be pretty good. I'm pretty borrowing Chris and Russ to film it, so they don't know. I got a key to the building here, so I'll be in and out. But I'll return it. I'm not gonna do like Hoke does and take down to the pawn shop. But I ain't gonna put that out there on the damn air like that, because I ain't a hater. I like Hoke and his cousin Mo, raggedy. But anyway, it's been good, and like I said, I like the guys, they're great. My next venture, who knows? I'm waiting to see where this goes, and like I said, even with some of the smaller stuff that I'm doing, I hope you like it. Go by and check it out. You know, follow us on Twitter, Facebook. You know, follow us. You ain't got nothing else to do. It's Waco. And like you're living in Dallas.
The best part of working with them is that we are moving forward. All the personality issues aside, the egos, the whatever, we're moving forward. There hasn't been a year yet that's passed that we haven't been better than the year before. The series did what it was supposed to do, and then we got the studio, and we took that step up, and then we made 3 movies in 1 year. And then this past year, you know, I worked hard on another movie, and now we're fixing to be in theaters in the coming year. Every year takes a step forward. That's the beauty of what we're doing here. And, you know, it takes a family, and it takes one big healthy unit.
I'm a musician, I guess. I play a little bit of this and that, but I'm a vocalist mainly. Been doing that for almost 30 years. Was just always into music. I mean, since I remember as a kid. Not always wanting to be a musician, but just really loving and appreciating music. And just over the years, through contacts and working relationships, have developed into somewhat of a promoter, doing some promotions and stuff, and putting on shows, booking bands, booking DJs, booking other artists. And then we kind of came together on wanting to open up a nightclub, and my strength in the entertainment industry, their strength in the entertainment and marketing industry, my marketing just kind of went hand in hand, and that's where the concept derived for the cinema, the movie and music themed nightclub came from. Just both of us putting our passions and loves into it, and I really love music and love entertainment, and like sending people home with a smile on their face and a warm feeling from having been entertained, you know, whether it be from a film or a comedian or a band or DJ. Just leaving the cares and the worries home for the evening and forgetting all about that for a few hours and having a good time.
Okay, I'm Meredith, if you don't know, Meredith Ferguson, and I do my Hot Hollywood Minute show. That started after we were doing the morning show every day, and they wanted to do something a little different. Thought maybe people don't have time to tune in for a whole 30-minute show that we did every day. And they said, hey, Chris and Russ and everybody said, let's try a little minute show. People have time for a minute, don't they? And so he told me to come up with my concept and my little, I have a minute show, they have minute shows. And so I said, I want to do mine about celebrity stuff and hot Hollywood information and little hot stories going on, so I picked Hot Hollywood Minute. So I do it every day. I try to find a little something going on. I always try to do something funny or upbeat or, you know, some good little scoop. That's what I love. So all the little celebrities out there need to be watching out, because I'm looking for a little Hot Hollywood Minute story.
Oh God, what is this? Tomato. Good for us. Cucumber's good for us. And we'll go no Oreos, no Oreos. So let me ask you this. Since we've been doing this, we gotta do a pour. Yeah, baby. This will probably last. Got spinach, cucumber, melon. I can taste the tomato. I like it. Do about 4 of these a day. Good to go.